Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have the head of state presides over the work of the sixth meeting of the Council of Ministers. Northern Gaza on the brink of famine. Welcome to our newsroom. Under the chairmanship of His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, President of the Republic, Head of Government, the sixth session of the Council of Ministers took place this Tuesday, April 2, 2024. The following texts were examined and approved with the Presidency of the Republic. The first question is communication on the midterm review of the National Disability Strategy 2021-2025. The Secretary General of the Government made a communication on the midterm review of the National Disability Strategy 2021-2025. He indicated that three objectives had been assigned to this strategy, namely improving services provision and quality of life for people with disability, facilitating access to means of subsistence, and promoting and building an inclusive society to enable better monitoring and evaluation of the SNH and to coordinate the actions programs implemented. A national committee has been set up. This committee is divided into an interministerial committee and a technical committee as part of the implementation of the SNH. The interministerial committee validated 4 priority areas of actions to strengthen the socio-economic inclusion of disabled people. To this end, NPH has assigned actions and work plans with the 4 main ministries concerned in the respective files, such as the Ministry of National Education, Vocational Training, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Labor in charge of administration reforms, and the Ministry of Social Affairs Solidarity. As part of the assessment of its 2021-2025 strategy, INPH held a 4-day symposium in November 2023 under the auspices of the Prime Minister, bringing together all central and local government departments as well as technical and financial partners. This midterm review of its strategy was carried out at NPH's own expense by an independent team of national experts with the support of the Independent Research Institute, IRICA. The aim of the symposium was to assess progress towards achieving the objectives of the National Disability Strategy by discussing achievements, but also to identify the challenges encountered in order to formulate the necessary recommendations in order to enhance the effectiveness of the implementation of the action plan for the year 2024-2025, and emphasis was placed on the need to improve the implementation rate of the action plan in the 4 priority areas, improve coordination with the sectoral ministries by organizing quarterly meetings to monitor the progress of the strategy, increase the mobilization of financial resources mainly from technical and financial partners, and raise awareness of disability and the inclusion of people with disability on a wider scale, both among state institutions and the general public. These recommendations are intended to reinforce key actions in the short and medium terms in order to accelerate the SNH action plan. This mainly involves revitalizing the technical committee to ensure better monitoring of the SNH, setting up training programs on disability for public and semi-public administration, conducting a vast awareness-raising campaign on disability to combat prejudice, stigmatization through the media, radio, TV, and Facebook, supporting the reinforcement of the SNH, and support the strengthening of the INPH human, technical, and financial capacity so that it can properly carry out its mandate through the country and mobilize financial resources to the implementation of the action plan adjusted following the SNH midterms review exercise. In addition to his presentation, the Secretary General of the Government presented a methodological note on the employability of people with disability. This note follows the measure taken by the head of state during the National Week of People with Special Needs and the International Day of Disability under his high patronage to promote the inclusion of people with special needs in access to employment. This job creation announcement was recorded under the LFA 2024 through the creation of the 115 budgetary positions for people with special needs in order to promote and facilitate the integration of people with disability into the labor markets, particularly in the various fields of public institutions. The agency carried out a meticulous analysis of its databases to identify the most relevant profiles among job seekers, giving particularly priority to young graduates with disability. Individual interviews were organized by the agency with the aim of gaining a comprehensive understanding and the current situations of these young people and putting in place strategy to promote positive outcomes and successful professional integration. The stage of this process included a phase of 1 to identify the profile's typology and position suitable for people with disability. A phase 2, physical interviews of the 150 disabled people selected. A phase 3 with the sending of letter to institutions. A phase 4 with the implementation of financial and material support for the integrations of young people with disability. A phase 5 concerning the regulatory aspects, and a phase 6 concerning the follow-up programs and the integrations of young people with disability within the various public institutions. Finally, he emphasized that the agency, the NPH, will continue to advance the promotion and protection of the rights of disabled people. The second question, draft decree setting the selling prices of the Journal Officiel of the Republic of Djibouti. The purpose of the draft decree is to introduce a new pricing system for the Journal Officiel of the Republic of Djibouti. The official journal is the Republic of Djibouti is of vital importance for the dissemination of official information, publishing laws, decrees, order decisions, and other administrative acts. The Journal Officiel is published fortnightly. Its selling prices was set by a decree number 77 August 16, 1977 to 200 francs per issues, and plus subscriptions taken out for 1 year in the Republic of Djibouti and abroad. This measure therefore aims to increase the from the current 200 francs to 1,000 francs per number. This draft decree set by the rates applicable to the different categories of the acts to be published in the Journal Officiel. It takes into account various criteria such as the nature of the act, its scope and importance, the frequency of publication. Rates are said to be fair and accessible to all Journal Officiel users. It is with this in mind that the present draft decree aims to establish a clear and transparent regulatory framework for setting rates for the publications of the official act in the Journal Officiel, while maintaining the free natures of all general measures in order to continue the mission of providing information to public institutions and the general public. By adopting this decree, the Republic of Djibouti undertaking to promote the transparency and accessibility of official acts. The Minister of Economy and Finance in charge of industry. The third question, draft decree setting the launch of date of the durations of the main enumerations of the third general census of the population and housing. The purpose of this draft decree is to set the launch date and durations of the main enumerations of the third general populations and housing census. The general census of the population and housing consists in collecting, analyzing, and publishing statistical data on the population at a specific data. The Republic of Djibouti has already organized 2 general censuses in 1983 and 2009, as well as other demographic and social surveys. Since 2017, new technologies have been used for data collections. In 2024, the Republic of Djibouti plans to organize in its third general census using a digital approach. This large-scale national operation offers a number of advantages, including reduced costs and time frames for disseminating results, as well as improved data reliability. It will make it possible to collect data essential for the planning and monitoring evaluations of development policy programs and projects in our country. The text also set out the conditions required of participants in the census in view of the digitization context that marks every stage of its implementation. The launch date for the main enumerations of the third general census is therefore set for April 14, 2024, and will take place over a period of 25 days. The Ministry of Budget Force Questions Project, the decree and dominations of the content. The following are appointed: Mr. Muhammad Ali Datbara, Autorité des Port and Free Zones; Mr. Muhammad Amin Ahmed, SHID; and Salah Awais Arre, University of Djibouti; Muhammad Ali Adan Lana, Palais du Peuple; Yassine Hussein Ousmane, AID, ANM, Aviation Civile; and Nidal Ali Muhammad, CHU de Djibouti, Hôpital Général d'Al-Sevier; and Muhammad Idriss Baché, Instad, Resami, Fonds PPP; Mokhtar Idriss Guedi, ODEG, Cimenterie d'Al-Sevier; Saïd Dabar Houfane, FTED, ANPI, ANTD; Madame Hasna Obsiye Ladiye, SIAF, Poste de Djibouti; Madame Assia Hamadou Ali, RTD; Siraj Mohamed Abdallah, Diwan Zakat; and Madina Udum Ali, AND, ARMD; ANSI; Osman Ahmed Farah, OVD, CAM; Miss Aisha Kabir Hamza Mohamed, CERD, ISSS, LCBE; Jamila Douale Mirane, END, the Minister of Work in charge of formalization and social protection. The fifth question is drafted reappointing to the Minister of Energy are appointed Mr. Ali Barri Adawi, Director of Energy Efficiency and Control; Mr. Suleiman Ilmi Idris, Director of Studies, Planning, Statistics, Techniques and Methods, Communication. The Minister of the Environment and Sustainable Development reported on his participation in the delegation led by His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, President of the Republic, Head of Government, at the 6th sessions of the United Nations Environment Assembly, held from February 26 to March 21, 2024 in Nairobi. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation government spokesman gave a mission report on his participation in the delegation led by His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, President of the Republic, Head of Government, at the Antalya Diplomatic Forum held from March 1st to 3, 2024 in Turkey. On the sidelines of the summit, the President of the Republic held bilateral talks with the President of the Republic of Turkey. The Minister of Energy in charge of Natural Resources reported on his participation in the work of the 18th Councils of Energy Ministers of the member countries of the East African Power Pool, held in Kenya from February 26 to 28, 2024. The Minister of Labor in charge of Formalization and Social Protection reported on his participation in the 5th Regional Ministerial Forum on Migration held from February 26 to 29, 2024 in Addis Ababa. The Minister of Communication in charge of Postal Communication reported on his participation in the GSMA Ministerial Programs and Global Mobile Congress 2024 held from February 25 to 29, 2024 in Barcelona. The Minister of Trade and Tourism gave a mission report on the work of the 18th Ministerial Conference of the Work of the World Trade Organization held from February 26 to 29, 2024 in Abu Dhabi. The Minister Delegate in charge of Digital Economy and Innovation reported on her working visit to Switzerland from March 4 to 5, 2024.
Usman Ahmed Farah, comptable à l'OVD et à la CAM. Et Madame Aïcha.
The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, paid a vibrant tribute to the memory of the late Ahmed Ibrahim Abdi, a leading figure in the Djibouti public landscape and a personality much appreciated by his compatriots who died this Tuesday. It was with fear and dismay that I learned of the death of the late Ahmed Ibrahim Abdi, High State Clerk and models of the professional versatility indicated the head of state. He leaves behind him the memory of the deserving patriot who always worked for the well-being of his compatriot and the development of his country. Then noted President Guelleh, reiterating his saddened condolence and the perfect assurance of his compassion solidarity to the family and relatives of friends and of the late former Djiboutian officials died this Tuesday. The late Ahmed Ibrahim Abdi is part of a previous generations of the Djiboutian executives trained to take the reign of senior administration. Upon their acquisitions of our national independence, he became the first ambassador of our country to France before returning to the country where he joined the government, occupying in turn the positions of the Minister of Commerce and that of Employment. He reached the peak of the political career through his candidacy for the 2013 presidential elections. Patriarch at the head of a large family with a wife and several successful children. He breathes his last today. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Today, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, and the International Cooperation co-presided with the Hubin, Chinese ambassador to Djibouti, the signing ceremony marking the renewal of the conventions for the Chinese medical team in Djibouti. The signing ceremony took place in the presence of Dr. Ahmed Roble, the Minister of Health. In his speech, highlighted the crucial role played by the Chinese medical team, particularly in the Hospital General Peltier, since its deployment in 1981. He also announced the forthcoming delivery of the Tajura Regional Hospital in November 2024 after the Alta Hospital, testifying to Chinese ongoing commitment to the Djiboutian healthcare system. He expressed his deep gratitude to China for its constant support to Djibouti in various sectors, including health. For his part, Hubin welcomed the signing of the medical cooperation agreement, underlining the importance of health in Sino-Djiboutian relations. Of the commitment, the signing strengthening bilateral ties between China and helping to improve healthcare of the Djiboutian citizens. For his part, the Chinese ambassador, Mr. Hubin, thanked the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation and the Minister of Health for organizing this ceremony for the signing of the convention between the two governments in the field of health. In his intervention, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation stressed that health cooperation with China continues to progress and evolves from year to year. In his speech, the Minister Yusuf highlighted the crucial role played by the Chinese medical team, particularly at the Hospital General Peltier, since its deployment in 1981. He also announced the forthcoming delivery of the Tajura Regional Referral Hospital in November 2024 after the Altas Hospital, testifying the China's ongoing commitment to the Djiboutian healthcare system. Establishment of a crisis unit for risks and disaster management in the Artas region. During the day of Monday, April 1, 2024, a meeting was held at the sub-prefecture of the Damerjog, which aimed to set up a crisis unit on risk and disaster management. The Vice President of the Arta Regional Council, representatives of the National Army took part from the National Gendarmerie, the National Police, regional elected officials, head of establishment, agriculture, livestock, village chief, and elders of the Artas region. After a very intense consultation, a crisis unit on risks and disaster management in the Artas region was established. A framework document has been developed covering the roles of each member services of this crisis unit. The Association for the Future and Development of Obok Ado with the support of Salam African Bank, organized last night a closing ceremony of the 7th editions of the Holy Quran recitation competition on the occasions of the holy month of Ramadan, relating to the awarding of prizes to the winners. The ceremony, which took place at the Obok Regional Council, saw the participation of the prefect of Obok region, Mr. Musa Aden Migane, the head of the Salam African Bank in Obok, Muhammad Yusuf Mutuna, local elected officials of the councils of the regional council, Muhammad Hamadou, the deputy secretary general of the ADO, Ali Umar Ali, representative of the civil society, member of ADO, ulama, members of the competition's jury, as well as the parents of the participants in the competition. They in turn expressed their gratitude to all the participants, the judges and the sponsor Salam Bank, the volunteers who contributed to the success of this event.
تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن.
The prefect of Obok, Musa Adam Migane, stressed the importance of continuing to promote the learning and recitations of the Quran to inspire and educate future generations, young people who have taken up the challenges by heart of the different judges of the Holy Quran. Special prize were awarded to the winners in each category to mark this invaluable achievement. The Egyptian Handball Federation concluded this season national championship in the men's category last night at the gymnasium of the Lycée d'État. Indeed, after the ladies last Tuesday evening, it was the men's turn to close their 2023-2024 season last night to the both of a passionate audience loving handball who came from all over to attend this great event. You annual sportsmen also taking part in this event, where the Secretary of State for Sports, His Excellency Hassan Mohammed Kamil, the President of the Egyptian Handball Federation, Ahmed Mohammed Tahir, as well as several members of its steering committee, the President of the three communes of the capital, Ibrahim Said Badoul, Abdul Qadir Iman Mohammed Hassan, Colonel Wais Omar Boghore, commanders of the Egyptian Coast Guard, several presidents of the Sports Federation, former handball glory, former Egyptian handball president, several civil personalities and military personnel, as well as numerous club leaders. For the international scene in the southern Gaza city of Rafah, where more than half of the territory's population has taken refuge, present residents are struggling. It survived despite relief efforts. Humanitarian aid in its difficult to obtain food in the city's market is out of reach for many residents. This humanitarian crisis was highlighted by the International Court of Justice, who ordered Israel to take measures to improve the situation in Gaza. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.